Okay, so South Node in the second house and North Node in the eighth house. Um, if you've listened to a few of these, you would understand that I view this as an energy axis, where the South Node itself is where the direct energy is expressed easily, um, whereas the North Node represents the place where the energy needs to shift to in order to feed the South Node. And so it's basically we're directing energy towards the South Node, and really the mission in life is to start directing that energy towards the North Node to feed the South Node. So it's like integrating a new quality in our life. And so starting with the South Node, here we have someone who is likely quite successful financially at some other time in their life, or there was a lot of energy putting towards their own goals and values, family, business, representing what it is that they stand for, and kind of deep a deep sense of needing containment and security in this life. And so this person probably maybe obsesses about material things that represent kind of a thing of safety for them. And so the consequence in this life is that really just doesn't feel like enough. It's something of an obsession to create this wealth and to represent your own values, or the values that which were handed down to you from your family line. Maybe it is a business of your family, or something to do with your family's legacy, as far as values are concerned. And so you're stuck in that. And Taurus is the sign that is very consistent, because of course the north in the second house, the natural ruler is Taurus. And so you're likely very aware of the things that you value, and what you stand for. However, you're stuck in those things, because what needs to happen is we need to move the energy to the eighth house, which is the house of renovation, so to speak. Looking at things in context to others' values, possibly your marriage partner's values, or the values of that relationship, and allowing the energy of the eighth house to transform your own personal values, getting absorbed in other people's thoughts and the values of your marriage, or the emotional connection with others, that brings about this deep transformation of your own personal values. And so that you can basically gain power, you can actually become greater than what it is that you can create on your own. So because you want to actually bring in partners, you want to bring in the idea that other people actually could bring pieces that could create more wholeness in your life. Because Taurus is about the security, and it's about hanging on to what it is that creates the security for this inner animal, the one that just wants to deeply relax. Whereas Scorpio brings in chaos, which is, Scorpio is of course the traditional ruler of the eighth house. And so it's like, go into chaos, go into a deep investigation of oneself through confrontation with others, to decide whether those values that you're hanging on to are still relevant in your life. And likely they aren't. Likely there's other values that exist in your relationships that you could actually adopt. And sometimes this comes through chaos. Unfortunately, if we get so stuck, chaos actually breaks out in our life and forces us to evaluate our personal systems of value. And maybe there's financial losses if we try to hang on to our own place so hard. Like Taurus knows how to just persist, but that persistence is what's actually creating a problem for you. So it's let go, allow the chaos to permeate your soul, and transmute your values into a more powerful thought of yourself, and allow the relationships around you to influence you, instead of you feeling like you need to influence them with your own values. And that's simply what it is. Security. Do I take security in the second house, or do I take wholeness? And for you, the journey is actually finding wholeness versus finding what makes you feel safe. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please feel free to comment and reach out. Take care.